Jai Hind. I'm keeping this podcast in English because this is about US presidential elections. Why is Vivek Ramaswamy surging in some polls? Will Vivek surpass Ron DeSantis? What is his viable path to the presidency? Welcome to my channel. We will discuss all these points one by one in this podcast. Vivek announced his candidacy on February 21st, 2023. When he announced, people in the United States barely knew him. He had low name recognition and he was an outsider businessman. Before 2016, he would have almost no shot. But a successful businessman with new ideas can win US presidential elections has been established by no other than the former president Donald Trump. Donald Trump had no political background and Vivek Ramaswamy is no different. His parents moved from India to the States 40 years back. He started from zero and he built a multi-billion-dollar company. He is a successful businessman like Donald Trump was. Famous opinion poll website 538 says about Republican supporters, and the data which I'm quoting is from 8th of August, that is from yesterday, that amongst Republican supporters, there is 52.4% support for Trump, 15.6% support for DeSantis, 7.2% support for Ramaswamy, and merely 5.2% support for Mike Pence. Guys, Mike Pence was former vice president. Ramaswamy as of now is ahead of the former vice president. And other than Donald Trump, just one person who is ahead of him is DeSantis. So what makes Ramaswamy standing out? First, Vivek has cohesive messaging. He talks about how he is running to something and not running away from something. People like positivity. Second, he emphasizes a lot on truth. He has released a list of 10 truths and he says that he will abide by these basics. Third, Vivek is hosting his campaign and rallies 1.5 times faster than the competitors. Fourth, he is blanketing the media. He is there on Fox News and other media houses all the time. He has realized the power of YouTube and he has an active YouTube channel on which there are more than 130,000 subscribers, which is rare for a politician. Now there are two big questions. First, can Vivek surpass DeSantis? And second, does he have a viable path to presidency? Let us start with the first question, that can Vivek surpass Ron DeSantis? Well, this is an idea which Trump supporters love. At this point of time, Donald Trump supporters really despise Ron DeSantis. And the idea that a no-name candidate like Vivek could surpass Ron DeSantis, that is something that they would love. But the simple answer to the question is that no, that is not likely going to happen. Vivek lacks the ground support. Ron DeSantis has $100 million door-knocking campaign which is going to boost his support. Vivek is an outsider. He was not a politician before. So he clearly lacks the ground game. Vivek can talk that he can do this, he can do that. But DeSantis has walked the game through. He was there in the game all this time. That's a big argument against Vivek. So could Vivek surpass DeSantis? Well, I could see that happening only if the DeSantis campaign somehow collapsed. Or maybe during the debate, his entire idea totally collapsed. It is totally challenged and he doesn't stand. Otherwise, there is a very slim chance that Vivek is going to surpass Ron DeSantis. And now that brings us to the second big question, that does Vivek stand a chance? Does he has a viable path to the presidency? Well, here is the path. If somehow, for some reason, Donald Trump somehow collapsed, maybe due to conviction, maybe due to his health issues, he is 77. If due to some reason, if Donald Trump is out of the game, where will the Donald Trump supporters go? They are Republicans. They are not going to vote to the Democrats. And I told you that they despise this Ron DeSantis. So there is this idea, like I could make this hypothetical imagination that if Donald Trump is out of the game, there is a very good chance that all the Trump supporters will come in favor of the Vivek Ramaswamy's campaign, and there is the path. That's how Vivek Ramaswamy is going to win the candidature from Republican side. It's going to be very interesting. I will keep an eye on that and I'll keep you updated. So stay connected. Jai Hind.